right, Whitney, what are we doing here today?
I came here to chew bubblegum and ride muscle cruisers, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Okay, so if it isn't obvious enough, we have two muscle cruisers from two very different eras. And we're gonna do a two-part series here, Whitney's Muscle Cruiser Dad Wakening.
My dad wakening. I need my dad to be reinvigorated. You deal with a lot having kids. It's time.
Yeah, now and we're gonna give you some throttle therapy. You're gonna enjoy some straight line speed. Definitely on the Diavel, we're gonna hit some twisties. And I'm really, really interested to see what you're gonna think about both of these bikes, because my intuition says you're gonna be drawn towards the VMAX because it's an older bike. You have that just like, you get the classic soul boner action going.
Classic soul boner action.
This to me is that motorcycle.
Yes,
also, when
100%.
we were doing that rating video many moons ago, you were like, this is a 14 out of 10 when it's done, or something crazy like that. I'll play the clip right
69 out of 10. Dude, the VMAX is a 69 out of 10. 69 out of 10.
Then, in 2011, Ducati dropped this monster, and it came out of nowhere, and it kind of took the world by storm, and it's been a staple of the muscle cruiser community forever, and there really isn't another bike like the Diavel.
It's shaped like a bicep.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
shaped
now
like
that you
a
mention
muscle.
it, yeah, it looks like a giant muscle.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested to see, like right here, standing next to these bikes, what do you think you're gonna think about both of these guys? Let's wait for this truck.
Marquez, watching it click was like amazing.
Once he realized he... Howdy.
Howdy, guys.
Yeah, what's up?
I see motorcycles stop here all the time.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
This is road.
It's
a good road.
Okay, I mean, they're always, sometimes there's a guy setting up a tripod.
That's
That's
me.
him.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, he lives here.
I come here and film all the time.
Okay, yeah, so I'm not crazy. Okay.
Yeah, no.
You're not crazy.
Yep,
we
it's a
actually
thing.
exist.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too. I'm really interested to get your initial impressions. Both of these bikes sitting side by side, which one are you just like more drawn to instinctively?
I mean, this is, come on, like this, how, do you get a lot of attention on this bike?
I actually really do. I've
Dude,
only
I
put
bet
down
you-
like 250-ish miles on it.
Dude, boomer magnet right there. It just looks crazy. Even if you don't know about motorcycles, I feel like that looks crazy. But riding in here, dude, this gets a lot of attention.
Yeah, we rode in, so Whitney has some seat time on this already.
A highway seat time.
And
yeah.
there were definitely some times where we were stopped at a light.
And dudes are checking it out.
People are checking it
They're
out.
nodding. They're giving me the nod.
They get it. So I'm really interested to see what's going on. But I need to remind you before we get out on the road, this Diavel is a giveaway bike. It is not mine. It is not Whitney's as much as she may want it at the end of the day.
Maybe I want to enter into this giveaway.
Yeah, this is a giveaway motorcycle, and today is the last day you can get entered to win this thing. You heard me right. You have until midnight tonight, that's 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, to get yourself entered to win this insane muscle cruiser. There are currently 105 entries into the giveaway, so you have a great chance to win this bike and support the channel at the same time. Remember, your time is running out, so click that link down in the description below and get yourself entered to win. And with that, let's hit the road. You ready to have some fun on the Ducati?
Dude, are you... Spite, I've waited a long time for this moment. And, like right off the bat, I kind of already feel my inner dad jumping for joy. Like I'm ready.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's go have some fun in the twisties. Ooh, your gas light is on.
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, or we could, ride to the gas station. I'm sure these muscle cruisers, man, it's like you're just constantly going to the gas station over and over again.
Yeah, when did it turn on?
Just now.
Let's go do some twisties and then we'll head out to the gas station. You'll
Okay.
have plenty. If not, I've got a fuel bottle.
How big is this tank?
4 gallons, I think.
Yeah, it's huge. Look
Yeah.
at this. This big guy. You could eat a ribeye. You could put your plate right here. You could put your glass of whiskey, and you could eat dinner on this thing.
I think that's why it's designed so long and flat.
Yeah. So you could eat dinner on your motorcycle because your wife is mad at you for buying it. They should have magnetic attachments for, like, husband's living in his garage now, sort of tabletop.
Get on that, Ducati. Oh my god, I literally cannot keep up. That is so effortlessly fast. I looked down the road and you were already gone.
It wasn't me. It was exercising the speed demons. There's something happening here. Oh god.
So, give us your initial thoughts as you've been, because you wrote it in here. You wrote it on the highway, and we decided not to film on the highway because it's fucking deafening.
I couldn't hear Spite to save my life.
But I did tell you to play with the power a little bit out there, and I think you barely got into it, and you absolutely walked past me. It was insane.
I hit triple digits before I even knew what I was doing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungover because last night was Halloween. And I had too many Mezcal Negronis, and there's only one way to cure a hangover, Spite, and that's by hopping on a VMAX and a Diavel.
That'll do it for sure.
Oh, but my initial impressions, alright. It's extremely comfortable. I like the grip, it's wide. I like this, you said it's a performance seat, it's really comfortable. It gets into corners. It does it for you. Like, this is an extremely friendly motorcycle, which I've never said that about any motorcycle I've ridden. This is friendly. And so its name is kind of funny, but, you know, maybe it's the bike that Jesus Christ would have ridden.
It's insane that you say that that's as friendly as it is, because I thought the exact same thing too. And for a bike that literally on the dashboard says 162 horsepower, it's nuts. Like, all it wants to do is flex about how much power it makes, but it's so easy to live with.
But there's something about the amount of power it makes. It's like having access to that power all the time is what makes it so friendly.
Like, you don't have to find the right spot in the power band.
No.
You're just kind of always in it. And that's one of the things that's unique to that iteration of the Diavel. The 1260. Yeah, let's go left. Let's go left. The 1260 Diavel does that sorta, but definitely that version, the 1200, is better. I've ridden a lot of Diavels. The only one I haven't ridden is the V4. And honestly, a lot of people swear by it, but I don't see it. I don't see how a V4 could deliver that riding experience.
The power on this is what I'm just like really enjoying. But also, you know, when a bike's comfortable, it's like, sign me up. That's how, you know, I'm 35. That's what I'm looking for these days. I don't know, man. I'm having a way better experience on it than I thought I would. I thought, like, oh, it's gonna be big and hard to maneuver, and it's gonna feel like a chore, but it doesn't feel like a chore at all.
I am so glad you're saying all that stuff, because I've had a lot of people be like, does it handle really as well as you think it does? And I'm like, yeah, it really does. I'm not just saying it.
I'm not a big bike person. And this doesn't feel like a big bike. Like, U-turns, like, are really easy on it. Like I said, these corners at 40 miles an hour, it's easy. The brakes are amazing.
Yeah, they really are. Those big, beefy Brembos up front, they do such a good job of slowing the bike down, which when you have that much power, you really need it.
You need it, and that's another factor that adds to the friendliness, you know?
Okay, so here's an interesting question that has been rattling around in my brain
Please.
for years. Ever since we first rode the Diavel back at Yami Noob, we did a video many years ago. And when I was riding it around, I said that it felt more like a big Ducati monster than a cruiser bike.
I
Do you
agree.
kind of get that vibe?
Absolutely. It's got like that assertiveness. Because I don't know if it's aggression that the monster has. Kinda, I guess. It's loud.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But it doesn't feel super cruisery.
And yet, there's a mod you can do. You can get that bike with you basically add a couple of buttons to the handlebar, and then you get a tune that allows it to have cruise control. Because it doesn't have cruise control from the factory, but once you get the right tune for it, it adds cruise to the bike, and then it becomes this like super live-withable, crazy affordable bike. Because what if I was to tell you, Whitney, that I bought that for $6,000?
Shut the... I gotta swear, shut the fuck up. You did not. You
I
did
bought
not.
it for $6,000.
No, you didn't. Wait, what year is this?
That's a 2011.
$6,000?
$6,000. And it cost me to insure it for the year. It would cost me like $600, and that's just because I'm 30 or 31. So I'm a younger dude, and I'm still kind of in that squiddly phase. But if I was a little bit older, it would be even cheaper to insure. That bike is stupidly cheap to get into. It's nuts.
$6,000? I'm like in shock a little bit. I gotta get my shit together. That's crazy. That's awesome.
I can definitely tell that you're like almost immediately comfortable on the bike because A, I can tell you're not on the brakes very often, and B, you're like going through corners like it's a bike you've been riding forever,
Yeah, it didn't take much to acclimate to this bike. Like I said, the first thing that comes to mind is it's just like super friendly.
I love the idea of Ducati Diavel and friendly in the same sentence.
Okay, I know. I was like, I was totally preparing a bit to be like, oh, this thing's evil. We need to get a priest in here. This thing will give you attachments to demons on the way home. But I'm like, I'm not. I have to scratch all the bits that I teed up for today because I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, this is the bike that Jesus Christ would buy at the dealership.
Which is hysterical because Diavel in Italian literally means devil.
Yeah, but there's something, I don't know, and I hate to get a little bit esoteric, but...
Go for it, get esoteric.
In my deep religious studies, the devil's not evil, but
right.
he just gives you what you want, and then humans are evil with that notion, right?
Yeah.
We could go into archangel lore and stuff, but it's like fallen angels. I don't know. It's not evil, but it's like, hey, you like motorcycles? Like, let's have a great experience. I don't know. It's on both sides of my shoulder, just, offering me cups of coffee and just being this is like a nice guy bike. Nice dad bike.
Okay, so now we got to get into one of the questions that I teed up for you earlier. My buddy is an avid Diavel rider, and he tries to get everybody to ride Diavels. He's like, you know what the perfect bike for the street is? It's a Ducati Diavel. You should just go get a Diavel. And he's been talking to my wife about buying a new bike, and he's like, you should just get a Diavel. Let's hang her right here. And his reasoning is that it's a perfect lady bike because the seat height is approachable, the power is manageable. Oh my god.
What were you saying about manageable power?
There's literally nothing I can do to keep up with that.
Dude, it's a lady's bike!
I cannot keep up with that thing at all. That is so funny. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna. I really want to rip it down this, but I won't for the sake of conversation.
No, go for it. Have some fun. Oh my god. Okay. Come on, Grandpa. You can get it.
I'm like worried that's a cop. I don't think it is though.
Nah. Is the Ducati Diavel the perfect lady bike?
I 100% agree with your friend. 100%.
There you go, Don. You're right.
It's friendly. It's approachable. I don't know why they named it that, but like I said, the devil's not really evil. He just gives you what you want, and people use that to be evil with. So there might be something there. But it's easy to turn. It's easy to maneuver. The brakes are great. Like, this is just, I'm not even doing anything. Like, it's just doing it for me.
Is there anything that you wish it had that it currently doesn't?
No.
There you
Like,
go.
No, I don't think there's anything. A cup holder? No, I don't even want that.
Other than maybe like a baffle for the exhaust.
Dude, the exhaust is so loud, and that is a bummer, especially when you're trying to film motovlogs. But dude, I love this bike. I love this bike way more than I thought I would. And you and I typically sync up. We usually have the same opinions we don't ever discuss it until the cameras are rolling, but
Yeah.
oh, there was one bike that you're like, you're gonna love this, and I was like, no, this sucks, and I can't remember.
Yeah, that was
it
the
right now.
V85 TT from Moto
Oh,
Guzzi.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna love it,
Yeah.
and you were like, no, it's an Italian refrigerator.
Yeah. It looked like a smeg refrigerator. This knocks it out of the park, man.
Man, I love that you love it, because it's one of those bikes that's super, super unique. There's no other bike quite like the Diavel anymore. And I don't think there's a bike quite like that version of the Diavel. Because again, I don't think the V4, I haven't ridden it, so I could entirely be wrong. And I'm sure that the V4 Diavel guys are down in the comments being like, you are wrong. You should go ride it.
Always.
But I don't know. I really don't. I don't see how it could just beat that big fucking V-twin.
I don't care to ride the other one. I'm like, this one's great. Why would I want to see what a different one feels like?
Especially when you can get that for $6,000.
Dude, stop. I'm gonna go home and like, no, it's 10 grand. He lied to me in the video. Why would somebody lie to me like that? I feel like too, in the day, I think we're coming out of it, but like, used bikes were really expensive during COVID, you know? So for you to say that number, I haven't been looking at any bikes, but it's like, wow, it's shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're super affordable.
Dude, we should have a series where we try to convince as many women as possible to buy a Diavel.
Oh, you should do it. We should get you one for your channel, and you should just get every lady you know to go for a spin
ride
on
one. Dude, we need to spread the Diavel gospel. Which I guess we're doing that right now. Dude, this is a corner bike, man.
it. Yeah.
God.
Handles like a fucking sport bike.
And this is one of those moments, and we talk about it often, but like, I'm hopping on this bike for the first time. I haven't ridden this road in 2 years. And it's one of those bikes where I was like, oh, dude, can I borrow it? Because like, tomorrow it's going to be even better. Like, this is just my first, acclimation and calibration of riding it. And it's so, we're meshing so well.
I'm so happy you love it. I'm so happy. Are you gonna go buy one?
Dude, for $6 grand? I don't know, maybe. $6 grand is like, just to have this around, this is a great commuter bike. It's a great highway bike. I mean, besides the lack of wind protection, but...
I mean, you can get a windscreen for it. It just doesn't have one on it.
All right. They're sold. Yeah, I would buy one of these.
Awesome. Well, you don't have to buy one if you're sitting at home. You can enter to win that one that has the Whitney seal of approval.
Yeah,
With
10
like,
out of 10.
10 out of, oh my God, Whitney calls it a 10 out of 10 bike. That's
Dude,
super rare.
I do not give out 10 out of 10. I never do that.
Yeah, a 10 out of 10 from Whitney is like, that is exceedingly rare.
We invigorated my inner father. I feel
Awesome.
like a better dad right now. I feel like I'm gonna be more patient. I feel like I'm gonna be more present with my children today.
Like the kids they got on your nerves. You go and you exercise the demons with the right hand, and then you come back home and
I'm a changed man. I gave it a 10 out of 10, Spite. I don't do that.
No, you don't. It's crazy that you did. That's nuts.
I don't know what it's like to work on.
It's actually not that bad.
Oh, really?
No, it's not that bad. Once you get some of the panels off, because like getting behind the radiators is hard, but everything else, it's not hard. It's not like you have to pull the fucking motor out of it to do work on it. The top head is super accessible.
I love
Man.
this bike. Wow.
And you could win it. You could win that bike with the 10 out of 10 Whitney seal of approval. All you got to do is click that link down in the description below, and you'll be able to get yourself entered. Today is the last day to get entered to win that thing. It closes at midnight Pacific time, 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. Today is the last day to get entered to win that thing. So, time is running out. It's officially time to engage FOMO.
Also, just want people to know that I would never not give a truthful, honest opinion when riding with Spite. Also, he would know if I was lying. He'd be like,
Oh,
"You're
for
lying
sure.
right now."
Yeah. No, we talked about that V85 TT. You would have been nice to me and said that you liked it if you didn't. And you didn't. You absolutely shat all over it. You were like, I don't get it. What the hell is this bike?
When I don't like something, if I hold it in, I get a stomach ache. You know, I gotta shit on it.
You got this guy checking you out in the little Mazda
Dude,
to your
look
right.
at him. Hi. What the hell is he doing? What's up, dude? You want me to be your dad? I'll be your dad! Diavel, let me be your dad.
Well, on that note, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Get entered to win that bike. Links are down in the description below. A huge shout out to Whitney for coming and hanging out today. And next up in the Whitney Dad Wakening is the VMAX. Something tells me you're not going to love it as much as the Diavel now that you gave it a 10 out of 10. But I really hope you do, because this is one of my favorite bikes of all time now. Catch you guys in the next one. See you later.